Iron IRL with Honey Badger. That's me. So, give everybody a couple minutes here to get started, get hooked into the chat, into the comments section. But if anybody wants the dog do the puzzle for a minute till everybody comes in, I'm gonna do that. And if anybody can hear or see me, okay, if you could just hit the like button, that would be greatly appreciated. I would greatly appreciate that. But like I said, we'll get it. See you all. Oh, let's see, we've got a few folks jumping in. Rick Stumbaugh, Greg Hart, what's going on, buddy? The Biggs, yeah. Figured I'd give you guys a little entertainment, something to watch while we let everybody come in. There we go. Oh my gosh. Am I going to get to the chat? Am I going to get to the comment section on the first try I logged into? Oh my goodness, it did it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it did it. But it did. Let me crack something to drink here. And we'll get rolling. Yeah, tonight, Billy Lee Lawton, how are you? Good to see you. Radagast, good to see you, buddy. Yeah. A little something to drink here. But yeah, do a little spicy stir fry tonight. Nothing too fancy. Quick, easy, and filling. That's what I'm talking about. Plus, I wanted to make chicken fried rice for tomorrow, so I figured I'd make some rice for tonight and have a little bit of that over there. Nazareth here. Hey Ray, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Martha, hello. Good to see you. Freddie, crank on that like button. That'd be fantastic. Real quick, as we watch the highest IQ dog on the internet solving this puzzle. But I gave her some big treats, so it might take her. She's got chew time to work with. But good to see you, Ray. I'm glad you could join us tonight. Hopefully we have quite a few people in here. And yeah, I'm just kind of doing this. Bob the Builder, good to see you. How are you? But yeah, I'm kind of doing this one off the seat of my pants, which is kind of the way I like to cook. I'm not a big, believe it or not, I'm not a big recipe person. And tonight I'm just doing kind of a fridge dump. And that's what we're going to do. So, how's this dog, how's the Biggs doing? Biggs, how you doing on your puzzle, kid? Is Fuzz Fork in here? There's Fuzz Fork. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, hey, before I get started, I just wanted to, I know that Cracker Barrel has been a big controversial thing here for the last few weeks. But, so anyway, I had to do a lot of running these past couple weeks, this last week and a half, since the last time I talked to you. And one of the funniest things, and I couldn't get a video or anything of it because I was driving, but to get where I was going for most of the last week and a half, I had to go past about 3 Cracker Barrels, right? And every one of them had one side of their sign torn up. The big ones that sit by the highways, the ones that are, you know, like the 60, 70 foot tall signs, the big ones. And on each side, each one, the southern side of the sign was taken down, and the other one wasn't. The original one wasn't taken down. So it was like kind of like they it kind of looked like they were in the middle of taking one off, and then they got the stop. I mean, maybe that's not what it was, but it was just kind of funny that's what it seemed like. I just thought that was kind of funny. If you guys go by a Cracker Barrel, maybe you'll notice the same thing. But I thought that was kind of comical. Political, I didn't think it was. Controversial, yes, I thought it was very controversial, but it seemed to get political for some reason. I'm not sure why, but we won't get into that part of it because I don't really care about that stuff. Anyway, so let's get started. We're gonna do spicy chicken stir fry tonight with some rice. I think this is going to go pretty quick. I know with me doing this by the seat of my pants tonight that there's going to be a lot of folks that are going, well, I put this in there, or you should be putting this in there. Lake Hickory guy, what's up, buddy? But like I said, I'm just going by what's in the fridge. And one of the cool things that I got, and that you're not going to see too many other places, is this stuff right here. Now, I made my own hot sauce a couple weeks ago, and one of the bonus things that I've got from that is this chili paste. And this is the pulp that I strain out to make the hot sauce. And this is our second container of this that we went through in the last 2 weeks. And it's just about the end, and I thought that would be perfect to put into a stir fry tonight. It's just vinegar, salt, and Tabasco peppers, but it's literally the pulp that I strained out, and that's what was left over. But it has been it's been absolutely fabulous with everything from breakfast burritos. I mean, you name it, anything is hot sauce, anything hot. We put it on our tacos. We put it in the taco meat last week. It's been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and turn on the stars of the show tonight, which is the Lodge Wok over here, the 14-inch wok, and then Cynthia Wesley's Tefal pan is back there in the back. That's what we're going to do our rice in, peeking out, but that's what we're going to be using to make everything. So let me go ahead and get that started. I'm going to got the hot plate out here so we can get this thing really smoking hot. And that's what we want for actually some good. Because of politics, I unsubscribed some content creators. You should know whom I mean. Let's see, everybody saying hello Joseph, if you're in here. Hi, how are you? If you're out there in the stratosphere, please hit the subscribe button. For some reason, YouTube took a few of my subscribers this time, so I'm trying to make that up. It's kind of weird that I lost subscribers when I didn't even put anything up for the last week and a half. Kind of weird. But Patsy, hello, how are you? Good to see you. I made my world famous salsa. Well, everybody knows now. Everybody in this world knows that Rick makes amazing salsa. So if you want to send some of that salsa, if you want to send it Badger's way, I do love a good salsa. So, with that said, we're going to start. I got my water heated up in the back. I've actually got some chicken stock going. If you guys can, I'll pop you guys over top of the wok there real quick. But in the very back, I've got a little bit of chicken stock going that I'm going to can up. And so if I need a little chicken stock for this recipe, I think I wanted to have some available. So there we go. All right. Let's get into it. So we're going to cut up some of our stuff. I picked some peppers out of the garden. So I've got some fresh peppers. Brand new. Not even an hour off the vine. So let's get that started. And I was knife shopping before I came on tonight, and I have found a company that I really dig on, and I can't remember the name 100%. It was like Headley and something, but they do theme knives, and they just happen to have a Grateful Dead knife and very good reviews. So I think in my near future I will be picking up a Headley and whatever it is. I think it's Barrett. Headley and Barrett. I think that's what I shared the live to Facebook. Thank you very much, Val. Thank you very, very much. I was actually Val, one of the things I looked at today, as I was trying to decide this morning what I was going to make, and I actually looked at your ginger snap recipe. We were a coin flip away from having ginger snaps tonight. But I've had a busy day, and as the afternoon went on, my lunch got moved back and back and back and back, and I thought, if I miss my lunch time, and I miss lunch, period, I don't want to have ginger snaps for dinner. So that was the thing. So that might be that's going to be something that we're really considering for this Sunday, is Val's Black Cat's Rules ginger snap recipe, which I've been looking forward to. And with Ming officially an adult and not living here full time anymore, which has been kind of a weird situation to begin with. But so I'm not going to wait on her to be here for the weekend to make your cookies, Val. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to make those cookies, because I love a good ginger snap, and it's fall and it's time for all that kind of stuff to go on. Sent you an email 5 minutes ago. Let's see, William Hurt, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Got all kinds of folks showing up. Those snaps rock. That recipe looked great, and it's one of those things where I really wanted. It came down to, like, literally, I wanted a regular meal for tonight, because everything I did today, it kept getting moved back. And everybody, if anybody out there who's watching that ordered cast iron cure today or in the last couple days, I really appreciate it, because you gave me a busy day today. I was super busy with all that stuff. So and I don't have what do you call it? Water chestnuts. So when I don't have water chestnuts, I just use the bottom of my broccoli, and I cut that fairly thin. And that takes I use the stalks. I use the stalks of my broccoli to do in place of that, and it works out really good. Pizza is a regular meal. I thought about pizza too. I thought about dressing up frozen pizzas and breaking out the pizza pan. That really crossed my mind, because it's been busy week. If any of you guys read the post, we lost my stepdad last Monday, and then I got a call on Tuesday night, that a really close member of a close friend of the family passed away on Tuesday morning. So it's been, with Ming moving out, my daughter getting settled into her new house, and we went up there and saw her house for the first time, and I couldn't be prouder of her. She's done really well. She's got a nice little place, nice big place actually. And so her and her future husband are sitting in a nice house, and we were up there deciding what she needed. And so it's been an interesting week, to say the least. There we go. And there we go. Move that stuff out of the way. We'll chop up our onion. Move this stuff out of the way. Put that in the bowl. This is heating up a little quicker than I thought. Last time we messed with the wok, though, it was like a 45-minute live stream, because everything was done like super fast. And I think that I'm probably gonna run into that with this as well. So if it's short, it's short. But if not, we'll get through it. Either way, this onion center came out. So it's making the onion a little more difficult to cut. There we go. Val, I hope you're okay. But don't worry, I'm not going to cut my finger off. I have a lot of scars, but I have a lot of scars, but I'm not missing anything so far. So we should be okay. Peaches are super expensive this year. I have not bought peaches this year, because I'm in the habit of buying the frozen peaches, so I have not bought peaches. But they should be in. Ohio peaches should be in. And I do like a nice peach pie. Without that center there, I'm just going to cut these this way. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Good enough for me. Stir fry, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. So we got about a third of a really big onion. That onion was about the size of a softball when I started it out. I don't think I need any more green peppers. I got, what all is in this menagerie? here. I got a big, if you can imagine the size of the clove of garlic that came off of. I mean, that was an enormous piece right there. I mean, really big. Ronald Coward, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Ignore the fingernail crunches in the food. Yeah, don't worry about those. And I just clipped my nails. I just clipped my nails yesterday, so we should be, I'd have to be going pretty close to be getting any nail. So that won't be any problem. That won't be any problem. There we go. And we'll just, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, we'll just smash it with your knife. I don't like doing that. And I've got, one of these days, I'm going to get this. My mom got me a peeler, one of those peelers where you just like put this in the end of it and then you roll it around and you just roll that around. I'm going to throw the rest, I don't want all that, but I'm going to throw the rest of this in my stock back here in the back so that can sit. Because at some point, I got this jazzy little canner thing, and it's not for canning like long term, but it keeps stuff in the refrigerator a long time. So I'm gonna put a bunch of chicken stock in that and see how that does. I got one of those the other day. I got one of those vacuum canners for like dry stuff, and then you can do some wet stuff with it. And I did a bunch of the vegetables, the herbs out of the garden, and I just put them in jars and then put them in the refrigerator and then dehydrated. I mean, I probably did a solid couple pounds of basil, dehydrated and all that through there. Bo, what's up? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, I hope everybody hit the like button. And like I said, I lost, for whatever reason, YouTube took a few subscribers from me this week. For whatever reason, and usually I'm not big on the numbers, but I did notice that because it was like a drastic amount. So there we go. Let's get you guys, my camera view and then what's on TV is like totally different. So there we go. Got you guys a little closer into the action. Let me rinse my hands off. Kind of garlic and oniony. And then I do have this that I'm going to pop in there. Those are starting to get. I'm kind of disappointed with my amount of peppers I got this year. As far as the hot peppers went, I didn't get near the amount that I normally get. Like not even like a quarter. I bet I got a quarter of what I got last year. Twizzler, yeah. Got to throw the Twizzlers in, but I am going to throw this rice in, and we're going to time that out. So I got 2 cups water, 1 cup of rice, and we're going to put that in there. It's boiling right now, and then I'll turn that down to simmer. And I know everybody hates how I do rice, but it's how I know to do the rice. So I got my cup of rice, and hold on, let me set that right there. Put that on there in the back. And give that a once over. Sorry, my hand's full, or I'd move the camera around. Stir that one time real quick. Move this out of the way. Greg a Twizzler with a kick. Yeah. I wonder if they make a spicy Twizzler. I wonder if they've ever done that. Like spicy Twizzlers. That's gotta be, they've got to have done that at least somewhere. With as much different stuff as, then we'll put that on for about 20 minutes. Put our timer on for about 20 minutes. That should be enough for our rice to be done. And there we go. And I'm just going to do like a 3-2-1 sauce with this. Zoe's here. Zoe's here on a Thursday night. Very nice. Good to see you, Zoe. Usually I see you on Sundays. How was school? Last time I was talking to you, you had to jump off that last Thursday to start school. So very cool. So how'd that go? So we got that in here. And then for the other main character tonight, we've got, I don't know how much chicken this is. I just boned up about 3 chicken thighs maybe 4. And I velveted them. They've been sitting in velvet for about 2 hours maybe. And I just put the sauce in there with just a little bit of baking soda, just a smidge, like a sprinkling of baking soda in there to kind of chill it out some, and then we'll move everything over this way. There we go. There we go. Jump right over to here. Get you guys right in the front row for a change. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think she's hiding. Who's that? Who's hiding? So I don't know why he'd be hiding for anybody to be hiding from me, but you never know. Okay, so that's going pretty well. That's really hot. It's smoking. We'll give it the old water test just to double check. Yeah, I'd say it's good. Cynthia, oh yeah. I joked with last time and I said, well, tell her that it's that it's Luis's show and maybe she'd come. But I don't know. Maybe that didn't go over too well with her. Game was right in the walk. Yeah, right in the walk. As I just about tripped through the door. Turn the fan on. Turn that fan on some, and we'll throw this chicken in and get it going. I'm going to NFL Today game on TV for like a little. Oh, you're gonna watch the game on TV for a little bit? Okay, very cool. Who are you watching? I don't know who's playing. I'm not a big football guy, and I'm more of a baseball person. So my Cincinnati Reds aren't playing tonight, so I don't know who's on or where. Let's see. Throw the chicken in there. There we go. Now that's a sizzle. That's sizzle right there. Yeah, I know. I'm just messing around. Just having fun. So we're gonna get that stuff. We're gonna get that going for just a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna throw a little bit of black pepper in there. And my ginger, throw in there about a half of a teaspoon of ginger. Looks like there we go. About a half teaspoon of ginger. I'm going to throw a little bit more black pepper into there, or white pepper. I'm using white pepper. You can see that. White pepper. A little of that into there. And that should be good. We'll put our sauce in at the end. Cowboys and the Eagles. Nice. That's very cool. I don't know. I haven't watched football in a long time. I played football. I played some rugby for a year. Come on, babe, go get. You gotta go. You gotta go. No Burnham Beagles tonight. Well, I'm gonna take this and then I'm gonna pour it. I'm gonna take it off. Once this is done. I don't want to overdo the chicken. I don't want to overdo it. I just want to give it a quick, kind of once done kind of deal. Yeah, Billy Lee, it's smelling really good. I love this wok sauce, or the wok oil that I use. The House of Sang. I know I put this up before, but I highly suggest this. I mean, I really love it. It's got everything. It's got the garlic and the ginger infused into it. The one thing I didn't have that I thought I had in the bottom crisper drawer was green onions. I did not have any green onions. So that's not too cool. And I thought I had a couple fortune cookies laying around too, which I did not. No fortune cookies. Eight noodles today. You did. Very cool. Let's see. Is that the Lodge Walk, right? Yes. Yeah, this is the Lodge Walk. Watch out, Biggs. It's Chinese, not Korean. Yeah, you should. She's back there kind of looking kind of sketchy, actually. See, might have hurt you. There we go. I think that temperature on there is just about. I do like bringing this hot plate. Usually, the portable gas burner. I do like having that around. Normally, when I do stir fry or anything like that, or before we start doing live streams, I always did. I did everything. Beagle, go, go. You're being too curious. Too curious for little dogs, especially around hot stuff like this. Go on, scoop. You'll get something later. Turn that over. I say, honestly, we give this about another minute, and then I'm going to pull it. Pull this off here. HG, show that stir fry oil again so I can get a screenshot. Sure. Sure, Billy Lee, you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, long one. There you go. Can you see that all right? I'll leave it up there long enough to where I can. I know there's a little delay. There you go. Yeah, it's called House of Sang. If you can't read that, but House of Sang, a lot of their stuff isn't all that great. Their sauces aren't that great. But when it comes to this wok oil, I'm 100% sold on it. If I had an Amazon store, I'd put a link up. So, two little bowls off to the side. It's probably a little more done than I actually wanted it. And then we'll do our vegetables and our sauce. And like I said, I'm just going to do a 3-2-1. I don't know if that's really much of a thing, but I do what I call 3-2-1 sauces, which is 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce, and 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. And I have a good luck with that. And we'll throw the paste in there too. We're going to throw the paste in too. So it should be pretty all right as far as the sauce goes. And I'm going to ladle in a little bit of that chicken stock. Got the crispy bits. These crispy bits will be good. Make some Chinese gravy out of those cracklings there that are left over. Okay, so we got that part done. Like, huh? My dad's show, get it right. This is her show. I was talking to somebody today about live streams, and they wanted to know the name, and I said it's the one the dog's the star of. So I'm just gonna ladle out a little bit of the chicken stock water here that I got. That. Just a smidgen. This is hot, boy. And then we're going to do our sauce. We'll do 3 tablespoons of soy. Tablespoons of soy. 2 tablespoons of teriyaki. And 1 teaspoon, roughly, of oyster sauce. There we go. Kind of a lo mein sauce, essentially. And then that's it on that. Throw our vegetables in there. Vegetables in there so they can do their thing. And then we can see the big piece of onion that I forgot. And then our garlic in there. And then I'm going to get a nice fat tablespoon of the chili paste. Actually, there we go. And the chili paste. A little something. There we go. Then we'll get that going. There we go. Biegs merch. I know, we need to get the Biegs merch done. She's like, why do you keep saying my name but then you kick me out of here? Beagle gets a little confused. Seemed like it needed some more color in it. Like some yellow or some red or something like along those lines, but it really started out as broccoli beef, but I really thought about broccoli beef today because I have 2 more heads of broccoli to use, but then I decided I'm not going anywhere. I'm not thawing out. I didn't feel like thawing out any kind of beef, and I didn't feel like going to the butcher store today because I had as I was going to say earlier. Yeah, thanks to everybody for all the orders this week on the cast iron cure that you can pick up on eBay. My cast iron seasoning, it was banging, which is really great because it's making up for a lost August because there was nothing going on. August was so bad in sales that I actually thought that there was something wrong with my site. And you can pick that up. I'll do a quick flash of that. Let's see, my 15 cats will not let me buy a Lodge Walk. Lack of trust, I think. I don't think it's a lack of trust, I think they just know you. So there's cast iron cure, available on eBay. Great for seasoning and daily conditioning. Made from Amish beeswax in a spray-free zone. No chemicals, just pure beeswax. Just pure filtered beeswax, minimally filtered. Just 3 times to get the honey out. And the bee legs. Don't want bee wings and bee legs in it. Okay. So we're going to let that kind of sit and chill out. Boy, that smells great. The 3-2-1 sauce, I don't know if that's something that a lot of people use, but I use that a lot. It's real simple. You don't have to have a bunch of sauces, and it's kind of cool for anybody who's finicky. And there's enough of it in there. If you can see, there's enough in there that if you wanted to thicken it up with a little bit of cornstarch, it'll thicken right up. It'll make a thicker sauce. Or you can just add it in there at the very end if you're making like a lo mein or something along those lines. There we go. That is looking tight. There we go. What we got? About 6 minutes on the Zoe, you out of here? Alright, you have fun watching your game, kid. Good to see you. Hit that like button if you haven't already on your way out. There we go. Yeah, that's looking really good. Oh, it's banging in my refrigerator. Sounds like I don't know if you guys just heard that. There's something like 2 bangs in my refrigerator. That's not cool. Let me move some of this stuff out of my way. We'll add that chicken. Yeah, it's going pretty well to get an overhead shot right down in there. That's going really well. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I would put a couple more cayenne peppers in there, but I'm telling you that paste that was left over from making the Tabasco sauce that I made last week or a couple weeks ago, that stuff is fire. You gotta be really careful with it. And my Tabasco sauce, I'll show you that real quick while I'm looking at it. There's not a lot of it left. But my Tabasco sauce, if you can see that, my Tabasco sauce came out fantastic. And I did a quick poll to see if anybody wanted to see me do the video on how I make the sauce. Nobody replied and nobody hit 1 on the live stream, so that might be something for later on. It doesn't make a lot. That's a really big, that's not your usual 4-ounce jar. That's like the big one. So, okay, so these are more than done. more than finished. I'm gonna throw that chicken in there with it. There we are. There we are. And this is something actually that's not, other than the amount of, probably the unnecessary amount of oil that I used for this, it's not extremely unhealthy for you, which is, you know, usually not the case with most of the stuff I make. Probably the bee's trying to get out. She is running all over the place. She's trying to get she smells everything. And then I keep saying her name. And she's like, what do you want? If you're not saying if you don't want me in here, why do you keep saying my name? You know, so it's a little lost in translation, I guess. There we go. Move my cutting board out of the way and get the serving bowl in the way. Fatty Meats, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. All right. So I've got that. I might even actually use some silverware tonight. How fun's that? Let's see. Yeah, that's coming along really nice. And we did all this, other than it took me a minute to do the chicken, to bone the chicken today. This really didn't take a whole heck of a lot of time to throw together. Actually, I think we're fairly done. And my rice is looking really good. We'll go over and take a look at the rice, because everybody usually hates how I make my rice, but I think this is actually turning out pretty good. I'll turn the heat down on that. Take the cover off of this. But the rice is looking pretty good. I think I'm getting better with the rice. I know my rice has been really sketchy, other than, I make a good rice pilaf, but I know my normal white rice is kind of a sketchy deal. Hello YouTube, Fatty Meats. I have the alerts on too. Somebody missed the notification, because YouTube's so awesome at giving people, letting people know that I'm on. Yeah. I'll have to let my IT department know that YouTube's giving me a hassle. Let's see. I might pop that on for just a second. I don't want to take it off the heat that quick. There we go. There we go. So I don't want to eat cold stir fry. Even though this does. The wok does. The one thing about the wok is that it doesn't retain the heat like. I missed the notification. I put up a thing. I talked about it a couple times during the live streams, and it was kind of one of those things. If you guys want to see it, hit 1 if yes, hit no, hit 2 if no. And I did it two live streams in a row, and nobody said anything about wanting to see the sauce. So that's why I didn't do it. I just made it, and it was really quick. I mean, it took me the longest thing about making the sauce was cutting the stems off. Everything else, it was like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I had sauce. It was great. And that sauce is fantastic. I had to look before tonight before I turned in. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's being like that. Plus, I haven't put out any content, so my viewing numbers are down. And that's what YouTube looks at. They look at your view numbers. So if they don't, if I'm not putting out content, then they're not. It's kind of, YouTube's kind of one of those "what have you done for me lately" kind of things. So that could be some of it. I know people. There's stuff that I watch all the time, and I don't. Mercy D, what's up? How are you? You're just in time for the unveiling tonight. Like I said, I knew this wasn't going to be a long one, but stir fry's not supposed to be that long. So let's get our dish of rice up. Rice, I'll believe the timer and turn off. I'm gonna leave my broth simmer in a little while. But we're gonna put this on here. Give yourself a nice bed of rice. But I was bummed that I didn't have scallions, because I thought for sure that I had green onions in there. There we go. Get some rice. Nice big thing of rice. And that's good and sticky, so that'll work good on my chicken fried rice for tomorrow. It'll be perfect. let's see, I better get alerts from my Discord people. I've never been on Discord. Oh man, it smells great. It really does. I mean, it's like, can't think of a name of a Chinese restaurant to compare to right off top, but we'll just use the Hobbit spoon to keep this thing going. But yeah, like even like on the handles of this, they're not, on the handles of the wok, they're not even excruciatingly hot. So, but I do dig on this wok. I mean, if you don't have one, I highly suggest getting a Lodge wok. Because I hadn't had a wok in quite some time. And this is really, this comes in handy. And it's nice. I mean, everything was in one dish, so you can't really beat that. There we go. And a little scoop, big thing of that chicken there. I liked how that was sitting on top. Kind of made it look nice. There you go. Now normally I would sprinkle this with some crushed red pepper, but I'm gonna give it a taste test first before I do that, because I'm a big fan of spicy, but that paste, that pulp is really it can get you. Yeah, thank you. I think it looks great. I think it came out, it smells really good. And I know I've said it because I know I threw soy sauce and teriyaki sauce and oyster sauce in there, but the House of Sang wok oil is definitely, I mean, that's money in the bank every time. Even if you're just gonna do, old man with the pan. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you. Just a few PBRs, but sat cold weather after football game. Got the creepy crud. Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of had that today, Billy Lee. I brought home some Budweisers with me last night, and kind of I wasn't sipping, to say the least, and I woke up with the same crud this morning. I kind of shook it off. The coffee and a shower kind of shook it off for me. And a nice orange Gatorade. Let's see. Look better than what we paid for today. Did you get Chinese food today, Billy Lee? And cutting up these, if you can see it, and cutting up those, the broccoli stalks and throwing them in there. If you don't have, I actually like these better than the water chestnuts. They taste better. They taste a lot better than the water chestnut. Water chestnut's just kind of there. It's just kind of the crunch or whatever. But these actually, I mean, they're really good like that. Boy, that's good. Uncle Roger would even be proud of that, I think. That's nice. That's restaurant quality or plus a little bit. Wow. Do you do that too, Radagast? Do you cut them up like that? Foster's green label here. Yeah, nothing wrong with Foster's. Oh, you have the same Gatorade? Yeah. I love orange Gatorade. You know what I had yesterday? Or no, the day before yesterday, when I was up running the main round, we stopped in at some, like a convenience store or whatever, and I got the Gatorade lime and orange mix, the mashup, and that's kicking too. Let's see, yes, we had garlic sauce, so we had General Tso's chicken. I love General Tso's chicken, Billy Lee, and I'd love to try it. I want to try and make it. It looks like a lot of, like, the thing that stopped me from making it on the show is the amount of room it takes up and in this small space. And since I'm not on my one, but two islands that have been destroyed in shipping that I'm still waiting on to get for my kitchen, I'm limited on my room still in here. Yeah, and that's another story that drives me nuts. I got a refund notification yesterday from the company that I bought my kitchen island through, and it's because they've not destroyed one in shipping, but two in shipping. So I think it's time to look. But I really like that island, and I'll take you up on that bet at eating this. I'll eat it. But yeah, so I'm definitely shopping around another place to get another island. But I really like that one. It was like perfect for my kitchen, and it looked perfect. A lot of ingredients too, and General Tso's. Yeah, it just looks like it just looks like it looks like something really. It doesn't look like impossible to make. It just looks like something that would be. How do I want to say it? It just takes up a lot of room and a lot of steps that I just don't. And you know the General Tso's that I really like is Walmart. I love Walmart General Tso's chicken. I get sometimes if I get that sometimes I'll get it just like and I'm that guy that I'll get it and like eat it as I'm shopping, and then I take the empty container up and I pay for it, and I always get the look from the lady at the checkout line. But you know, and that's the first of the cayenne peppers that I've had from this year's harvest. I just took them off last night because I'm also going to make a cayenne pepper sauce, and they got a little bit of heat, so I'm glad of that. Brad, did you fry the chicken twice? Is that I like 3-2-1 soy sauce, teriyaki, garlic, and sesame oil. Yeah. I kind of wasn't feeling sesame oil tonight, Rick, to be honest. So I kind of left that out. Usually I do like a little, like, just a splish of the sesame oil, but I just wasn't feeling it tonight. I've got sesame oil up there. But yeah, so you fry the chicken twice. It's kind of like an extra crispy. Thanks, Rick. It's so good. I mean, this is legit. This is legit, like restaurant quality. And I do recommend the 3-2-1 style. I mean, I don't know. It's just something I've done. I don't know if it's out there like that, but that's just the way I've done it. It just seemed to make sense, and it always comes out great. And if you throw that little ladle full of like a ladle or two full of chicken stock or whatever kind of stock you got laying around, you can make a really good, that's basically lo mein. It's lo mein sauce. You throw your noodles in, you'd never know the difference. But I wasn't feeling lo mein noodles tonight. Well, I'm a coward. For some reason, suddenly craving Chinese. Boy, it's good. Yeah, Billy Lee. These are Lodge's really having some good sales right now. Let's see. Sometimes I grab it. I'll get back to that in a second. Sometimes I drink most of it, and then I'll pay. Oh, you drink the soda in the store? Yeah. You know, but my rule with that is I always make sure I have cash on me. If I open something in the store and I'm eating on it or snacking on it, I always make sure I have cash on me just in case I get up there and my debit card or something doesn't work. But I always do it that way. Let's see. Yeah, but Billy Lee, back to that. Yeah, the wok is definitely something. And like Handsome Stone, what's up, buddy? But yeah, right now Lodge's they got all kinds of stuff. I'm really thinking about a cookie sheet, and there was something else that they I was looking at combo cookers because I don't have a combo cooker, and I had a combo cooker and I gave it to my daughter and her future husband as they got their first apartment. Yeah, they're having lots of sales. So if you're looking, I think when I got the wok, Billy Lee, I think that the wok was like $44. I think I got it for $44. And then didn't you have the Wagner? You have to elaborate on that a little more. If you're talking to me, Handsome Stone, I kind of must have missed something. But yeah, I mean, at $44, and I got it from Amazon because I have Prime, because I do a lot of business stuff through Amazon. Wagner combo cooker. I've got a few Wagner combo cookers actually. Or no, I've got, what's the other one? I got one. Yeah, I have the 5-star Wagner combo cooker, and yeah, I was sitting here looking and I was like, oh yeah, but those are my chicken fryers on the back wall there. Yeah, I have that combo cooker. That's the one I have exactly. The 5-star, the small one. Yeah, I mean, you're still buying it from Lodge. I mean, and if you're getting it from cheaper from them, this is great. Like really, really good. And chicken thighs, man. I used to always do Chinese or Asian style food. I'd always use chicken breast, and I stopped doing that a while back, and chicken thighs is where it's at. And I'm becoming, I used to never like chicken thighs, but now every time I'm at the store, because my butcher shop doesn't carry bulk chicken thighs, they're real small packs. But anytime I'm at the grocery store, I get the big packs of chicken thighs just to throw them in the freezer. And that's what I have on the grill most of the time. That is really good. And pulling the chicken, I found, is really pulling the chicken out before everything else. That makes so much more sense. Yeah, Billy Lee, I bet you can still. The Lodge Woks are like 75, 80 new. I don't know if this is the biggest one they have. I think they used to have a bigger one, but they don't. I don't know if they discontinued it. I know they have a lot of smaller ones. I know Artie, who's been on the live stream. Artie has every size. He has, and actually it's two. He has every size wok that Lodge ever made, and he has 2 of them. Because they even make some really small ones. Yeah, get the 14 one. That's what I have right now. Is the 14-inch one, and it's I love it, and it's super easy to clean. I thought it would be big and bulky. It is heavy. You'd have to look at the stats on how big it is, but it's not hard to clean. It takes me just a few minutes. I throw it back on here to heat it back up onto this gas little hot plate, portable stove, whatever you want to call it, and I'm done with it in 5 minutes. Plus, you're at such a good heat with that. You picked up the 9-inch, old man, the other day. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, they make really small ones. I don't know all the sizes of it. Plus, they've changed it. Cynthia Wesley, what's going on? I just made some stir-fried spicy chicken. I started out today, I was going to make broccoli beef, and then it changed over to this. Glad you could make it, Cynthia. Yeah, I made this for just one person. No, I'm kind of a big eater. Ooh, I got a pepper. I got one of those hot peppers. It got me. It got me that time. But yeah, I mean that's I made that, and this is what's. I did make a big plate of food because that's what I mean. I'm not having any egg rolls or fortune cookies, and I didn't have that much rice, but that's what's left over of what's in there. Just kind of scoop it down so you can see what all's in there. I know my voice, it's going to probably crackle on people now that I'm so close to the mic, but that's what's left, you know. And I like I said, I didn't do a crazy amount of, like I didn't do a recipe specific amount of chicken thighs. I just boned 3 chicken thighs and that was it. And that's how I did it. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, I have not put any other sauce. No, nothing on it. I mean, it's just seasoned up. That 3-2-1 style with that little bit of chicken broth was perfect. Some peanuts would have been good. Or maybe some cashews, like a peanut or a cashew in there would have been good. But that would have been like, that would have basically just been, I mean, it's that close. It's actually close to Kung Pao chicken. If I'd have put peanuts in there, you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. Yeah, I'm having chicken fried rice tomorrow, old man. Old man with a pan. Yeah, I love peanut chicken too. They don't know what a leftover is at this house. Yeah, I eat up all my leftovers. I was glad that I wasn't eating it. I talked to my mom right before I started the live stream, and she was making. You got the screenshot, Billy Lee. That's great. I'm glad you get off. It's definitely worth it, and it's not expensive. It's like $3.50. Not even, maybe not. It's not at $4. It's not even $4 a bottle, and it lasts forever. I usually buy 3. I usually, when I see it, because it's not at every store I go to. When I see it, I buy whatever's there. I just take the whole row of the wok oil when I pick it up. But my mom was having, my most hated thing in the world that my mom ever made was her vegetable soup. Absolutely could not stand it. And she was having that tonight, and I'm like, I am so glad that I'm making Chinese steakout. Peruvian fried rice. No kidding. I'll look that up. Actually, I'm writing that down right now. Peruvian fried rice. I like the Peruvian nose powder pretty well. Really used to, but I've never had their fried rice. And I will say this, and I've already said it already. The broccoli stalks instead of the water chestnuts. That's definitely a move. Definitely a move. So good. Pink Peruvian salt. Found a fly in my food, now it's dead. Oh my god. It's been bad. You know what's been bad here is gnats. I've been fighting gnats for like the better part of a good like month. Fighting gnats off. But my town, it's kind of everybody in my town gets, I don't know. We're close to a river, so, and I got like farm animals all around us, so. Yeah, I hate gnats. Yeah, they're just, I mean, last night I put bleach down every drain in the house. If there was a drain, lantern flies. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what a lantern fly is. Is it the green one with like a lace wing, kind of like that? I like the idea of the broccoli. Not a fan of water chestnuts. They just don't. Don't believe water chestnuts don't taste like anything. They just don't taste like anything at all. They're just kind of there. It's like a Chinese potato with nothing on it. But yeah, I started doing that with the broccoli, not because I saw anything or whatever, but I just read how good for you they are. Like that's really the most nutritious part. Well, that's basically the best part of the broccoli, and I just started putting them in there, and I just quit buying. I mean I wouldn't say quit buying. If I'm making stir fry for like guests or whatever, I'll throw them in there for looks, but generally I just do that. And I don't have to. Oh, the green flies or blowflies. Yeah, I got you there. That's why I got to keep my backyard cleaned up from the beast, from the beagle. I've trained her to go right onto the shovel. It's pretty good. It's really easy. My neighbors get a kick out of it, but I've trained her to go onto the shovel itself. She doesn't get weird about it. And that's a video I don't think YouTube would let me put up, but it is pretty funny. Plus, she's easy to train, aren't you? Down there being good now. Now that I'm done cooking, she's being good. She's just sitting here staring at me. I make catnip bomb. I need to get catnip for here. I need to do that. I'm going to expand the herb garden next year. Because where I grew up, on the farm we grew up in, it grew all over the place. But I've looked for it here, and it doesn't grow right, like anywhere, like in vicinity of where I could actually go pick it and not be in somebody's yard. I don't see any, like by railroad tracks or anything. I don't see any wild catnip. So I think next year I'm going to grow it because I guess I read not too long ago that it calms dogs down too, and sometimes the beagle's pretty rad, but there's a couple times she could use a little calming. Yeah, definitely could. And mosquitoes. I saw one mosquito yesterday. I have not had mosquitoes. Hit the caps lock. I didn't know till not too long, William, I didn't know till not too long ago that if people typed in caps lock, it meant they were yelling. Like I just found that out not too long ago. Probably since the last stream. Let's see, when I was a carpenter in South Carolina, I kept a sample of Skin So Soft for my nail apron for NASA. I've heard that. My mom's Avon lady used to sell my mom that for when she worked in the garden. Catnip calms dogs. Yeah, look it up, Billy Lee. They say it's safe. I looked it up. Low 60 for tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I was today's years old when I found that out. I was today years old when I figure out most things, to be honest. I mean, sometimes I can be a little bit slow. It was like that. I was sitting there, we were unpacking stuff for Ming to take back since she started her first real job, and she took a bunch of stuff with her that she wasn't gonna, that she has here, but she needed, she wanted to take with her. And I found a newspaper, and it was like a newspaper from like 2009 or something that had been like something that she'd had like stored away in a box forever. And it was from 2009, and I was reading the comics in the back of it. It was like a sports page or something. And I was reading the back of it, and it had the Lockhorns, the comic strip of the Lockhorns. And I never figured out until like 2 days ago that they called them the Lockhorns because they're always arguing. Yeah, I had never figured out. But I never really read Lockhorns. I always read Gil Thorpe. I don't know if you guys ever remember Gil Thorpe, the kind of the college jock Chad guy. I always read I always read Gilthorpe. I'm probably the only person that ever read it. And I was addicted to it for years. Yeah, I always thought, Fuzz, I always thought you typed in all caps because your computer, your cats you broke your computer. Easier to read, Fuzz. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, Fuzz, stop yelling. I've never made catnip balm though, but I am pretty good at making bombs, so I could probably figure it out pretty quick. And it hurts your eyes. It hurts your eyes when people tap real big. Maybe if you, right, Fuzz, maybe if you stop blocking this. Yeah, I don't know how to block anybody. On here. I know how to block people on my phone. And actually, I just blocked somebody. Actually, just blocked somebody the other day. That I knew for a long time. Stop the itching, doesn't it, Val? Oh man. I must have really missed something. Something's itchy. But anyway, I'm finishing up. I'm going to clean up. We're going to do a little Beagle Cam for everybody. And thanks to everybody for showing up. I really appreciate that. But we'll do a little Beagle Cam here real quick. The Beagle's, you know I say that, and this dog for the first time is not anywhere in this kitchen to be found. I can't find this dog with a search warrant when I need her. You want a treat? You want to do some treats? Oh man, she's laying on the carpet and not even looking over it. Won't even look at me. Won't even look. Come on, I got your spot ready. Come on. You want a treat? She is totally blowing me off. How about a liver? You want a liver treat? You want a liver treat? Oh my goodness, this dog is totally out in the living room blowing me off. She will not come out here. Come on. You want liver? She's mad. She is mad. She's mad now. Let me see if I can't get her out here with the liver. There we go. She hears the bag rustling. She likes the liver treats. She likes her liver treats. All right, yeah. I have a disgruntled employee on my hands. She digs on liver treats though. She's so food motivated. There we go. All right. Here you go, spin, kid. Give me a spin. There you go. There you go. Good job. Infuse catnip in the oil and then add some beeswax to thicken. Add a little bit of vitamin E. I just happen to have everything but the catnip. Fun show and chat. Thanks, honey. I don't stay safe. Yeah, thanks, William Hurt. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you. Can you speak? Speak. Arf. Arf. You got me trained to speak. Speak. There you go. Good job. Good job, Chopper. Yeah, I've been, man, Bob, I have won, I've hit one number in the last 4 drawings. So I can't wait to do it again. But yeah, I hope somebody wins it. Oh, doing spins and not even asking. You're just like, you're ready for some liver. Yeah, what's it, like 1.4 billion is what it's going to be Saturday? That's crazy. If I win, I'm going to buy Puerto Rico. I'm going to buy a country if I win. If I won, I know there's a lot of taxes, but if I won $1 billion, I'd buy a small country. Yeah. Yeah. All right, one more speak, and then we're out here. Speak. There you go. Good job. All right, guys. Hey, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. Oh, 1.7 billion as of today. Very cool. Very cool. Cynthia, thank you so much for showing up. Handsome Stone. Yeah, Honey Badger Island. I'd have my. Yeah. I'd have a really cool national anthem. I could tell you that, and my flag would be badass. Pat Z, thanks for showing up. Really appreciate it. Check it out. Sunday is going to be a good one. I've got some pretty good stuff planned for Sunday, so we'll be probably baking on Sunday. If I have anything to do with it, we're gonna be baking, so that should be pretty rad. Lake Hickory guy, thank you so much for showing up. Handsome Stone, Rick Stumbaugh, thank you so much for showing up. Greg Hart, GH, thanks for showing up. Fuzz Fork, thank you for showing up. If you haven't already exited the building. Oh, there he is. And Val's Black Cats rule. Thank you so much for showing up. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, thanks for stopping over. Fatty Meats. Good to see you, buddy. I love that. I love that handle. Fatty Meats. That's a great one. All right. Let me see who else. Radagast. Thank you so much for showing up. All right. Hey, I'm out of here, and I will see you Sunday, and I will see you. Billy Lee Lawton. Thank you for showing up too. And I want to see some waffles with the discard sometime. Waffles with discard sometime. Yeah, we can do that. We definitely can do that. All right. We'll see you guys Sunday in the comments section. All right. See you.